Alright guys, I'm back with the lower section. I think the 25th of August, and we're going to do a quick update of the lower section. So you can see right here my tomato plants dead on the ground. So something came in here, whether or not it was my dogs, got in here and they just ripped those vines off the trellis, trying to pull tomatoes. I assume it could have been another animal of some sorts, but these guys were doing really good for a minute. Let's see, I've got a broken deal there in my shade cloth, which is a bummer. These plants here this year have not done all that well. This section has given me a few, mostly on the very end. These plants here, I think I picked like 3 tomatoes off this group of plants. Super interesting. I don't quite understand why. I do know that my big drain line runs underneath here, and there's not a bunch of dirt. I think it's an air issue or temperature issue with the dirt because of it. But anyways, you can see some of these plants are just about done. We're pushing that 104-ish range right now, even though it is cloudy. You can see this plant here. It's got a bunch of tomatoes on it still. I just picked 2 giant baskets. I'm gonna guess somewhere 20 some odd pounds worth, just the last day or so ago. But these plants are today, I don't know if it's the wind, they're not looking as happy as they were this weekend, but we've been pushing that 110 almost range of weather. So some of these plants still look good. I've quit tying them up basically now, let them kind of sprawl out, do their thing, maybe get some airflow, kind of leave the branches alone, leave the plants alone, let them do their thing. You know, it usually works this time of year, just to kind of let everything just chill. All these tomato plants, you can see this plant was not this yellow just 2 days ago. These are Romas, or, well, for the most part, they're all paste tomatoes. I do have some black cherry mixed in where some of these plants got tore up at the beginning of the year. So this is another problem I'm having, or had this year, is this is still connected to this. But again, I think my dog came in here. These are spaghetti squash, but came in here and we're finding way over there, there's spaghetti squash just sitting over there on the concrete. So I'm pretty sure that the dog is coming over here and pretty much ripped this section of vines away from this section, because there was spaghetti squash just laying on the concrete here. We picked pretty much all the spaghetti squash. I think there's one more down on the edge here somewhere, but we got a lot this year, which is really cool. The cucumbers at the very end have done miserably this year. Had a lot of whatever animals digging stuff up. I don't think that was the dogs, because it's, you know, I got big dogs, I got boxers, so when they dig a hole, they dig a pretty good sized hole, and basically it was just fresh new little, you know, shoots come up, and then something just kicked all the dirt away. Could bury maybe a baseball in the hole. So seems to me like some animal. The ground cherry here is produced. We don't eat them really, and I haven't planted ground cherry in like 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden one popped up this year, or I don't know if there's only one. We just left it, but there are ground cherries, and quite a few of them. Most of them are fairly small, and I do munch on them here and there, but they'll probably grow back again next year. And then going back to the peach tree, my branches broke. That one didn't, because it's laying on top of the shade cloth there, but you can see this dead branch. There's a couple laying in the yard I picked, you know, but these peaches, they're nice, they're big, but the branches are toast. I'm gonna have to do just a giant trimming this year and hope I get peaches next year, you know, but I got to take care of it here pretty soon. And the grapes, I think I showed you guys last time, really awesome grape haul this year. First time ever. I mean, it was just piles and piles and piles, and I'm actually looking forward to that again next year. They were really good. I think they're about 5 years old. They're finally producing. We're starting to get some kind of disease, maybe some blight or something, you know, but it's the end of the year. So, and we picked these things, I don't know, a month ago or so. So if I get that next year, these things will stay. If not, I always say, if they're not going to produce, I ain't going to grow them. So we just have 2 plants here. That pretty much does it for the lower section. And as you can see, we had just got peaches laying on the ground. But you can see here, I mean, that's a full-size peach, and that one's probably can wait another day or two. Oh, that one's ready. Well, let's pick it. It's ready. It's pretty soft, but you know, it's a nice peach, and they taste really good. So, you know, we'll do a good trimming on it, but I don't even know if you can see that, but yeah, splinters. No good, guys, no good. So probably need to work on that whole pruning situation, or picking fruit and trying to grow big fruit and not as much fruit, because as much as it is, it's too much for me to use, really. But there's the lower garden and all the tomato plants, and let's see if the weather cools, these plants want to rebound and go one more round. All right, we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you soon.